How much time do you spend on creating and managing your rota? Do you have written notes, spreadsheets, Word documents? What if you could simply press Create Rota? At the same time, access a sophisticated leave management system, manage your room bookings, and get all the statistical analysis and reports that you could ever need. How does Omnirota manage this miracle? Let's start with our staff information, including leave. If we have a look at fixed rules, we'll see each of the sessions that will be allocated regardless of what other staff are doing. Looking at Arthur's meeting, we can see that we have multiple rules to cater for just about any situation. Let's examine staff availability. We can see which sessions the system will allocate to each staff member based on needs and preferences. Again, over the years we have created multiple rules to cover just about any conceivable situation. Let's say, for example, that Arthur can't be allocated the branch surgery during school holidays. We simply find the relevant rule and confirm that he's not available. Additionally, we don't want him to be allocated at a branch surgery when Florence has a tutorial. Looking now at the session types. For example, duty. Duplicated from the staff record, we can see fixed rules and staff availability. We now come to the session rules. Let's look at AM duty. We don't want to allocate it if the session is already filled or to somebody who has just returned from leave. We don't want to allocate again to anyone who already has duty allocated on the day. We'll distribute it according to the number of sessions worked, so everyone gets their fair share. And we'll rotate Mondays. With almost 20 years of experience, we have rules to create even the most complicated rota. Now let's look at the rule summary. There's our fixed rules, staff availability and session rules. We'll allocate the duty first, then duty support, early, extended, and so on for each session type to be allocated. Additional rules are allocated after the rota has been created. Here we can allocate and coordinate rooms, move staff, change times, add appointment numbers and so on. Again, we have a huge number of potential rules to choose from. Let's look at exceptions. Using all the other rules, the system has created a rota. We'll now ensure that all critical slots are allocated. We do this through relative weighting and iterating the rota creation to minimize these exceptions. This will highlight any problems and provide us with any other information we'd like to have about the rota. As before, after doing this for so many years, we have many potential rules to choose from. Now let's create our rota. Select the start date, the number of weeks and iterations required. The system will allocate the rules and then check the exceptions. It will determine the best fit and present us with our optimum rota. To see our exceptions, we click here. We can view any sessions that we need to fill and will be presented with any other information that we require about our rota. And then once we've edited the rota to be rid of any critical exceptions, we can change the rota output, how it is displayed and printed, and set any number of parameters to best meet your demands. Omnirota was originally designed to manage rotas. However, we rapidly discovered that room bookings were often as difficult to manage. By combining room bookings with our unique rules-based rota creation process, we are able to ensure the best fit for rooms and staff. The various room booking rules have again been established to solve problems many practices encounter. For example, we can ensure we don't have too few rooms for too many staff, or that staff don't move rooms during the day unless they absolutely have to. Of course, it's not only your own staff who may require rooms. Based on user demand and specifications, Omnirota manages external room bookings as well. Bookings can be scheduled as often as required and all occupants notified automatically by the system. Omnirota has extensive reporting. Let's check that everybody has received their fair allocation of more onerous sessions over the year. Among many other reports, we can view session percentages, weekly changes, clinic calendars. Staff have access to their own rota via the web. And of course, we have apps for both Android and Apple. So, how does Omnirota manage to achieve so much? To understand your needs, we will provide you with a rota wizard to collect all of the information about how you create your rota. We collate details about your staff, their days off, the sessions they can work, their preferences, how each type of session is allocated. With that information, we will create all your rules for you, providing you with a bespoke rota management system. Of course, our assistance doesn't end there. With inbuilt support, we will provide any help you may need to get the best out of Omnirota. View us as your rota partners. But there's no need to take our word for it. What do our clients think?